But how will these cues impact our own markets? We have a research team joining in to tell you just that. What's the trade setup looking like? The stocks that are likely to be in the news and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all three of you. Hormaz, let me come across to you. Well, it looks like it could be a good Friday, but first up, it's Friday.
Absolutely, it's a Friday, and that's the biggest takeaway from all of this. And for all those who were wondering yesterday when the Nifty made its low of 21,875 that it will close the session after making a record high, well, they are the eternal optimists, if I can say, because that's exactly what happened. Because the Nifty recovered almost 375 points from the lows of the day, made a new record of 22,252 and closed above the 22,200 mark. And this came despite the lack of support from HDFC Bank, which turned out to be the biggest point contributor on the downside for the second day running. Now, despite this, for the week, the Nifty is up almost 1%. The Nifty Bank is also up 1% despite the underperformance that it has had. The broader markets, though, are slightly flat for the week. So where did the support actually come from yesterday? It came from Reliance, and of course, it came from IT stocks, the ones that have been underperforming all through the week. But yesterday, it was TCS, Infosys and HCL Tech that contributed to 1/3 of the Nifty's gains yesterday. And these stocks will also be in focus today as well, considering the rally we have seen in the US markets overnight with all the mega cap tech stocks rallying, with what happened to Nvidia overnight. So we'll keep an eye out on all of these. The S&P 500 had its best day since the January of 2023. The Nasdaq had its best day since February of 2023. So we'll keep an eye out on all of these tech stocks. And the GIFT Nifty is indicating a 60-point uptick at the start of trade. So promises to be a good Friday indeed.
Okay, all right. So that's about the market setup. But Sudarshan is joining us now with the list of all the stocks on our radar. Hey, Sudarshan, good morning.
Morning, Sonu. So I'll start with PFC. We'll be considering fundraising a proposal on February 29. Vodafone Idea is going to consider fundraising proposal via shares and bonds on February 27. Angel One is going to raise up to rupees 2,000 crore via preferential issue, QIP or other modes. Morpen Lab is going to raise up to rupees 350 crore via QIP. Bandhan Bank has appointed Rajiv Mantri as CFO, who was CFO at City India for last 3 years. RVNL JV has bagged order of rupees 174 crore from Madhya Pradesh Power and Transmission. Eureka Force promoter has sold nearly 9% stake via Blockdisk. MS Singapore PT, Plutus Wealth Management were buyers. Tata Elxsi has formed strategic partnership with Equinox. Equinox partnership is for 5G managed security services for operators. IRCTC has partnered Swiggy Foods to supply and deliver pre-ordered meals at 4 railway stations. Those railway stations are Bengaluru, Bhubaneswar, Vijayawada and Visakhapatnam. Godrej Properties, Bombay High Court has ruled in favor of company with respect to 2 plots in Sanpada, Navi Mumbai. High Court has quashed Sidco's order to cancel allotment and has directed Sidco to accept money within 10 weeks.
Okay, all right. That indeed is a long list. Thank you so much, Sudarshan, for bringing us up to speed. Now, let's go across to Manglam. He's joining in with all the cues from the F&O space. Hey, Manglam.
Well, with the cues that came in overnight with the record close that we had yesterday, I think the fact that it's a Friday, let's wear some green-tinted glasses for the market itself and tell you that yet another record high. It was weekly options expiry. And this record high came despite the Nifty Bank not performing there. So if you look at it, towards the end of trade, we saw a big recovery there. But from a point-to-point basis, the Nifty ended 162 points higher. The Nifty Bank was actually down by about 100 points as well. The Nifty Bank is now about 3.5% away from a record high. The top contributors yesterday included the auto stocks, the IT stocks, and ITC. I will watch out for the IT stocks today as well, given the big rally that we saw on Nvidia yesterday and the US tech space. The India VIX was down by about 4.5% as well, so that was a big positive with the markets moving higher. The FIs sold in the cash market, but then again, the DIs went ahead and bought it. The FIs bought a lot more in index futures though, nearly 1,400 crores, of which 1,300 crores were directed towards the Nifty. And the FII long exposure now is at 45%. Remember at the start of the series, it was around 30%, and just a few days ago, it was 40% itself. Next week, the big trigger will be the Feb series expiry. From there, we are expecting today a lot of support around the 22,000 to 22,200 mark, because we are seeing a lot of put writing at those levels as well. And on the way up, however, given the sort of ferocity of rally that we've seen, maybe some fatigue around 22,350 to 22,500. That's where all the call writers are active. The Nifty Bank has strong support around the 50-day moving average. A couple of stocks that entered the F&O ban included the likes of ABFRL and SAIL. Out of F&O ban, India Cement and Canara Bank. The one stock that I'll be watching out for will be ABB. A big mover yesterday and a lot of long positions added.
Okay, so your nerd look is on. Okay, it's off very quickly as well. But thank you so much for joining us today and prepping us up for this trading day ahead. That's the market setup.